Well, hello again. This is Jeff from E.D.S. Inc. and welcome back to our YouTube video. As we were the last video, we were working on this trolley system. As you might recall, we had gotten to this point where we have this, the back wheel is going to be adjusted in and out. Well, we have to build the bracket for this. This is going to come off both sides. So we're going to have a piece of metal here and a piece of metal here, and with a cap on it, and there'll be a spring between the top cap and this, and a plate between this and that top cap, and there'll be a screw that pushes this in around. Okay, so it'll be spring actuated. You'll see as we complete this how it's done and what we're going to be doing. So tonight we're going to start with basically taking this material and channeling it out so that we have a guide for the plate that is actually going to move up and down. So let's move now over to our milling machine and we'll start milling those pieces out. Okay, so we're over here at the Ajax mill with the Cleveland head on it, and we're about ready to begin milling this metal, channeling it out for the slot that we need to have in there for the floating bracket that's going to be in that part. So we've got the piece of metal in the vise already, and we've got our parallels underneath it to hold it the right height. We've got our mill set on about 71 RPM. It's a 1-inch mill cutter, and we're going to run through this piece of material. So let's go ahead, and we've got to take about right now we have our dial set at 0, and we're going to take out about 0.223 depth. Our first cut will be about half that. So let's go ahead and we'll begin. I'm going to start the mill up. Have to check the oil level before we get going. Okay, we're doing good there. Put a little bit of oil on here. We don't have the coolant pump hooked up yet. I'm going to have to readjust it. Just one moment. Okay, try that again. There we go. Okay, so we're going ahead and set that up to about half the depth I need. And then we're going to start cutting. Okay, we're going to set this on up to our final cut. There we go, 235. Well, we've got our channel in there now, right here. So now we'll go ahead and we've got one more piece to make. And there's no sense you sitting here watching us boringly cut this material, so we'll stop and I'll bring you back when we get into the mix process. Okay, we're back at the mill. Now we're going to be making the parts that'll slide up and down inside that little bracket. So I have to notch the two sides of that, leave kind of a T looking sort of detail on it. Have cut this down about 1/4 of an inch on each side, so it'll probably take 3 or 4 passes. I'm taking about a little bit over 1/16 of a shot. So let's see how this cuts, and we'll go ahead and get going. Be enough. 2 passes, that's not bad. Okay, we're going to pause for a second while I set up for the mix side. Okay, so we've switched the part around. Well, we didn't switch it around. We set the cutter up on the other side of the metal. You might notice that the last time I was cutting from this side and cutting this direction, and this time I'm cutting this direction, and that's because I don't want to climb cut. If I climb cut, I can cause myself some problems possibly, and I'd rather not. So I don't have to have a really sweet finish, so I'm not particularly concerned about that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a standard cut on it. So we're going to go ahead and make our next cut through here. It'll take 2 passes. I found that 2 passes gets me to the proper depth, no problem. So that's what we'll do here. So we'll get her started up, get her cut made. If you come on in here, look at this, you can see the T that we have here that we created, and that'll key into that other part that we made. I'll go grab that part and show you how that's going to work. Okay, so we've gotten the 1/2 of these sliding plates completed. I just wanted to show you how this works. If you notice, swing around this way and you can take a look at, we've got a T on here. And of course we have a groove in this piece here. This is going to slide right like that. Okay? So that's what we're making right here. We're making these plates to slide down these 2 channels. And of course there'll be the little dowel pin will be on here, and it'll actuate the spring. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over, and then we're going to cut the other side. But I don't think that we need to keep you here watching that. It'll only take me a few minutes, and then we'll get on to the next step. Thanks. Okay, we're back over at the bandsaw. We have to cut these blocks down about 1/4 of an inch. I mismeasured when I originally cut these. So now we're going to go back through and we're going to cut them all again. We're on the dual bandsaw, and I believe I've got it all set. Hopefully I won't blow a blade or something like that. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's try to do this one. Best I can. Real slow feed this time. So it gets cutting her. blade back on. Probably worried about the motor being on. But the tension on the blade only works while the motor is on. So to release the tension, it's hydraulic. The hydraulic pump has to be on. And then I can release the tension, and then I can increase the tension. The machine right now is in neutral, so the blade is not turning or willing. So that's why I felt safe doing what I did. I'm going to move this forward. We're going to begin our cut.